Hey guys, how's it going? Today I'll be taking a look at the iPhone 5 in a sort of unboxing and sort of a review. So, once you take the top off of this phone, or of this box, you'll see the iPhone 5 packed in here. Now, I'm pretty sure I do not have anything in this box, as in the earpods and the dock and the charger and the lightning cable. If you guys would like me to do a review on the earpods, I will gladly do that. But in this box here, or well, in this little pamphlet, you take this off. Slides like that. It's in a little, folder. Here's a hello. Little tips and tricks thing, and of course you have your Apple stickers. So let's move this all to the side, and let's take a look at probably what you guys came here to see. Now I'm just going to sit this on top of the box. Now the phone is, I've had this phone since about, I believe, November 27th. So I gave myself about a month. It's definitely been over a month, but about a month. That's when I like to review things. So it's been over a month, and I've had the iPhone 5, and I'd like to take a review on it. Now, as we look around the product, as you can see, the front, we have the, I believe it's 720p 5 megapixel front facing camera. Of course, you got the 4-inch screen, the home button there at the bottom. Let's look on the side here. We got the vibrate button, the volume up, volume down. I really like them as individual buttons, as in the old 3GS, which I know you're gonna laugh because this thing is haggard. Is a standard volume rocker. On the other side here, we have the SIM card compartment. I believe this is the antenna on this side. On the bottom, as you can see, this substantially smaller lightning cable. And the headphone jack is now at the bottom. And the speakers are now changed, as in as in all the old phones were just the two little compartments at the bottom. Now they're actual individual little holes. On the back, as you can see, is the 1080p 8 megapixel camera, the mic and the flash. As you can see, the glass top and bottom, and the aluminum backing, the Apple. This is the 16 gigabyte version. Now, a lot of people have been complaining about getting their phone from the factory and having the little, pre-scratched up backs, as you can see right here, or right over here. As you can see, it's pre-scratched because this has been in the case this whole time that I've had it so far. And at the top is the lock screen, or the lock button. Now, once you turn this phone on, you obviously get, the clock, the carrier, the Wi-Fi, or 3G or 4G LTE, depending where you live. I have Sprint, and I live in Philadelphia, PA, which is a pretty big market. And to not have 4G LTE yet is absolutely astonishing. Even on my monthly bill, you still have to pay for it. So it's crazy. But let's power this up. Let's get on here. The phone has come preloaded with apps such as calendar, photos, videos, camera, notes, passbook, which passbook is like, it takes coupons, gift cards, and tickets away. So if you're using a coupon or a ticket going to a movies, sporting event, or a gift card going to, like a place to cash your gift card, you will just, I think you just type the code on passbook, and it takes the purpose away from having a gift card. Weather, maps, clock, contacts, iTunes, Game Center, Safari, Mail, Music, Settings, App Store, and I also have iBook downloaded because sometimes I download books, but if I do, I use it on my iPad, which I'm recording with right now. I have the iPad third generation because I find it to be a little tedious to try to read basically novels on this little screen. Even though it's not that it's little, it's just that it kind of strains your eyes after a while. And the two more built-in apps are phone and messages. I have Chrome and Facebook down there as well. The reason I didn't go through these apps are because, I mean, if you're familiar with iOS devices or even just familiar with the logistics of the phones, you should know what these apps are. I'm sorry I didn't focus earlier. My complaints with this phone are definitely the biggest number one complaint is the battery life. This is a really great phone. You can't go wrong if you buy it. But one thing that you'll have to keep in play is the battery life is so poor. Now, some days I go to school 5 days a week. So some days it'll be, at the end of the day it'll be, like 60%. And some days at the end of the day it'll be like 5%. But, this phone is a really good phone. I really love using it every day. The messages, everything works good. Maps or apps that I use a lot are, Facebook, Pandora I use every day. With Sprint's 3G, sometimes it works like a charm and sometimes it works horribly. Apps, they load, pretty quickly, as in you see Netflix right here, starting it up. It's on Wi-Fi. I'm not really testing the 3G LTE or any of that. As you can see, it just loads pretty quick. I'm not going to compare it to the 3GS because my 3GS is jailbroken as well and is a tremendously slow phone. So, I mean, my review on the iPhone 5 is you can't go wrong with getting this phone. It's a no-brainer if you're going to get it. And, there's really not many regrets that I have about getting this phone. It's the only regret I have about getting this phone and not the S3 or the Note 2 is that I've been using iOS devices forever and they're kind of getting a little stale because iOS is the same on everything, with the same setup on the, I've had iPod touches, iPhone, previous iPhones, the iPad, and iPods, everything. But it's a really good phone. You have that, which people don't like because they kind of took that from Droid. But I mean, this stacks up well against every other phone. So yeah, my review on this is that it's a really good phone. Definitely pick this up. I really say only pick this up if you're going from an upgrade from 4G or lower. From the 4GS to the 5 is really not that much of an upgrade. It has basically the same cameras. Everything's the same except the processor, which I think that has a 5 or an A5 and this has an A5X or an A6. I'm pretty sure it has an A6 processor. But yeah, I mean, it's really not that much of an upgrade unless unless you just want the newest phone every year. And of course, you also have Siri as well. I never really use Siri, and don't buy this phone just because you want Siri, because that should not be a selling purpose. It's more like a gag, and you can get Siri on anything, especially if you have jailbroken. If you have a jailbroken iPhone, so you can get Siri on this as well, on this phone, on the 3GS. But don't make that a selling point, and I fully recommend the iPhone 5 in every way. Thank you for viewing this video. If you stayed through it all the time, I'll be making more iPhone videos as we move along. So thank you guys.